Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all and welcome to Sunway University. I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's event, the 13th Annual English for Specific Academic Purposes Symposium, which this year is once again being run online because of the pandemic. I believe we have the largest number of participants ever in the history of these symposia. So wherever you are in the world, let me extend a very warm welcome from Sunway City and Malaysia, and thank you for joining us today. This special day brings together those who teach English at the tertiary level with upper secondary school teachers who provide the foundations for skills development. This symposium is organised by the Centre for English Language Studies at Sunway University as part of our global outreach activities. The theme for this year's symposium is Post-Pandemic Possibilities, Meshing Vocabulary Development in the Ongoing Digital World. We have an exciting programme of workshops as well as 2 plenary webinars. I'm delighted to welcome our invited keynote speaker who knows Malaysia well and enjoys her visits when she can. Professor Avril Coxhead was already a well-recognised teacher and researcher when the academic word list made her work extremely well known around the world. This word list and earlier work showed that we can and do need to select useful and frequent words to learn a language, especially when there are many thousands of words to choose from. There are actually 273,000 head words in the Oxford Dictionary of English and 172,000 in current use. Clearly, we need smaller numbers of words for practical purposes, and the question of choice for facilitating the learning of useful vocabulary is indeed central to this symposium. Importantly, this symposium puts the acquisition of useful vocabulary into the context of the pandemic. All of us have been required to embrace online learning, blended learning, flipped classrooms, and more, and the new ways of learning all necessitate very clear communication. This needs effective choices of words and phrases. We all require the ability to draw on an inner store of vocabulary and to learn from others who are deeply involved in vocabulary teaching and learning. Our invited speaker, Professor Avril Coxhead, teaches both online and face-to-face courses in Applied Linguistics and TESOL in the School of Linguistics and Applied Language Studies at Victoria University of Wellington, New Zealand. She has authored or co-authored several recent books including Vocabulary and ESP, English for Vocational Purposes, and Reading in the Academic World. Her research includes academic vocabulary in secondary school and university contexts. We shall also have a plenary address from Professor Stephen Hall, also originally from New Zealand, though he is nearing 2 decades in Malaysia after moving from Singapore, where he worked for 11 years. He will speak on the topic of mobile-assisted language limitations, what rings true for much-needed vocabulary learning. Professor Stephen Hall is the head of our expert team in the Centre for English Language Studies, who provide a comprehensive range of English courses in Sunway University. The 2 Kiwis and the Centre's team of Malaysian and international colleagues will also share practical approaches in the focus workshop sessions. In closing, I would like to thank Professor Stephen Hall and all the team of our Centre for English Language Studies for their energy and enthusiasm in organising this symposium, as they do every year. Finally, I trust that you will have an enjoyable and productive symposium, and thank you for taking the time to connect, participate, learn, and share your own wisdom and thoughts on today's topics. I'll now hand you back to today's MC, Dr. Nicholas Lee, Head of the English for Specific Purposes Unit. Enjoy the rest of the morning, and over to you, Nick. Thank you so much.